How y'all wake up this morning? I said, how did you wake up this morning?
Hey, wherever you at with it, niece, do you. That's none of my concern. What I am concerned about is that you tune in to Coffee with Kiddy every Friday at 9 a.m.
Little town is a quiet village. Every day, like the one before. Little town with little people waking up to say
Good morning, motherfuckers.
Bonjour. There goes the baker with his tray like always. The same old bread and rolls to sell.
Shut up! Fuck you!
But who's the hardest to deal with in the morning?
Kiddy.
Very seriously.
But Kiddy is, God damn it, man. Sometimes you just want to knock the shit out of her, but you can't. You can't. Hell yeah, KD.
You can hear the crowd sing along. Everybody know my songs. Had the crowd learn to walk. Country girl, small town. 14 years dedicated. Look, ma, I finally made it. Never thought I'd ever say it, but today I live my dream. Bodyguards protecting me. Crazy fans, loud screaming, flashing lights on every scene. Autographs, lots of pictures, signs that say we love you, Kiddy. Superstar, my new status, fantasizing. Please don't wake me, let me finish with this dream. Don't wake me up. Please don't let me leave this dream. Please don't wake me. Just bought a house, 50 rooms, move my granny out the hood, pay ties like I should. LG, life good, expensive cars, fancy clothes. He can go to private school. Jordan, I get what he want, just because mommy's boss. See you later, no worries, baby. Mariana, ain't he banking? Never thought.
It looks different over here now. Everything's so different.
Every house holds its own history.
I used to wouldn't come on this street for a long time.
How did you feel when you did?
I was scared at first.
Tanya Stafford's story is woven into the history of two houses here on Bradshaw Street in South Dallas.
I was sold from the projects, Turner Courts projects.
She says by her mother to a man more than 10 years older in exchange for money and drugs. She was 14 when she was sold, 13 when she started noticing him hanging around her apartment complex.
Didn't know that he had already started inquiring about us. Then they told him, her mom's on drugs and she really don't care about them. He found his prey. I was his prey.
She says the first attack happened while she was at a neighbor's home. He was there too. She says she'd been given a wine cooler she thought was soda.
So after he raped me, I got up and I put my clothes on and I went back to our apartment, and I didn't say anything.
Until she was pregnant.
My daughter was born in 1988 in Mesquite Community Hospital.
And you were 14?
I was 14, getting ready to turn 15.
Months later, her mother packed her things and told her she had to go live with her attacker.
Took a deep breath and I got in the car. And he slapped me. And he said, if you do not like that, you'll do what I say, when I say, how I say it. What I say goes. And I said, okay. And I made up in my mind, I'll do whatever he say do to survive.
She lived with him for 10 years, spending the last 7 in Pleasant Grove, where she had more children.
The third child was born 10 days before my 18th birthday.
And nobody in these hospitals asked you anything?
Nope.
It wasn't a life.
Raped all the time, beat.
But she lived for her kids.
It didn't matter who they were by, they were mine, and I loved them.
When she was 24, a neighbor stepped in.
She was the nosy neighbor that, she seen something, said something, and she did something.
She called the police. Tanya Stafford and her children were taken to a domestic violence shelter in Irving.
I got to be safe. And then I started therapy. I love therapy. Every Tuesday I go to therapy. And I believe that's what really saved me.
That and her neighbor, who gave her a mission.
She said that I would reach back and grab others that looked like me. So I started rescuing.
Tanya Stafford didn't have the word for what happened to her when she was 14, but her life and now her work has made her an expert on trafficking.
When I come across girls that look like me, the forgotten girls, and when they say, "Miss Tanya, thank you for coming."
She started her nonprofit, It's Going to Be Okay, and operates 4 safe houses in Dallas.
Providing direct services to human trafficking victims of all races and color, but particularly girls, Black girls.
She survived this chapter.
And not only am I surviving, I'm thriving.
Now, her story is about saving others.
I won't forget.
In Dallas,
Bradshaw Street.
I'm Morgan Young.
You did it, Tanya. You broke the cycle. And if you suspect that someone is a victim of trafficking, you need to report it. You can call the National Human Trafficking Hotline. That number is 1-888-373-7888. Someone will take your call 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and just look at the difference it can make.
Good morning, my loves. Can anybody hear me? Is this thing on? Is this thing on? It is Fly Girl Friday, y'all. Y'all know I love to highlight people who are out here making a difference in the world. And Tanya Stafford happens to be one of those people. Kudos to you, baby girl. Thank you for what you do. And thank you. Y'all heard what she said. She says she caters to girls that look like her. And we need that. We need that badly. Nobody understands like any of us should understand how much representation is important. So shout out to Tanya Stafford. Hey, y'all. Good morning, mother. What's up, what's up, what's up? What you got up in your cup? It's your auntie Kitty, and you are tuned in to Coffee with Kitty on Kitty Pink Radio. How y'all doing? It is Friday. It's the last day of the week. Some of us are somewhat not feeling it because the kids go on spring break next week. Lord have mercy, they just came back. That was my attitude when I read the paper that they sent home. But oh well, we get to spend 7 whole days. Well, it's a little bit over 7 whole days plus with our children, y'all. I was happy that I seen in King's paperwork in his backpack, they're going to be giving summer school. I'm hoping maybe they're doing that all across the board because our kids definitely need it. They definitely, that pandemic, that year that we had the pandemic and we were trying to do the virtual school, and we all know that was not enough for our babies. It just was not. So shout out to the schools out there. Shout out to the school authorities. Shout out to everybody who tuned in Tuesday night, or those of you who tuned in after Tuesday night. I just want to say thank you to everybody who has shared that video. We are almost at 1K views. I told y'all I would like for that video to go viral. I don't have anything out for DeSoto High School personally, but I damn sure feel like something needs to be done. Somebody need to go into there and check some shit out. It's just too much funny stuff going on around there. I had a video of another incident that took place. The teacher, there's a picture of a teacher bleeding out his head at the school. I'm not gonna show that on here. Y'all know I try my hardest to, water down the traumatic news. But there's a teacher on there and his head is bleeding, But there's also a video that accompanies that of him throwing a chair at that student before you see the picture of him bleeding and stuff. And everybody is like, oh, these kids are out of control. They bad, this and that, da, da, da. And I totally get it, y'all. But I tell y'all all the time, we need to take into consideration how life was when we were children, how things happened that made us feel uncomfortable. And a lot of us, we didn't know until we got older and became growner and became more knowledgeable of exactly what happened. We didn't know that we were in the crossfire of somebody of authority trying to take advantage of us in our adolescence. I knew before Tuesday that I was gonna come under fire. I knew what I was doing before I even got involved. And I do appreciate everybody that has been hitting me up and telling me to be safe and, be careful out there. But let me tell y'all something. My ancestors are they ready. You feel me? They ready. Y'all be scared of this physical stuff. I remember people tell me all the time, I talk to people all the time that act like they scared of ghosts. And I tell them, ghosts aren't even what we should be fearing. We should not be fearing ghosts. My thing is everybody's always talking about, oh, one day the sky's gonna split open and this white man is gonna come down and he's gonna have wrath upon us. Y'all, that's a ghost. That's a ghost. I don't understand how, you live in fear like you do, but you believe that somebody's going to come forth and save you from all the shit that's going on down here on earth. I don't know. I'm not even sure where that came from because that's not where I was trying to go. But I'm just saying, y'all got to stop living in fear. When you walk around in a negative mind frame, y'all, guess what? Everything is going to be on the downside. You're going to only look at one side of the coin, always. And my journey with this whole journalism thing is that's one of the things that I was taught in one of the podcast webinars, is that you have to be very neutral when it comes to news. You have to show both sides of the coin. You got to flip both sides of the coin. Anyway, I said all that to say, I seen a lot of people comment on that particular video saying that them kids is out of control and somebody need to get a hold of them kids. Nah, somebody need to go up there and get a hold of them adults. One thing that I do know about kids, and because I have god babies. You know what I'm saying? I have, and I call them god babies because I feel like when God gave them to their mama and me and their mamas was best friends, that they became my babies too. And my babies love the fuck out of me. And this is me just keeping it real. I ain't mad at nobody, ain't no anger. But half of these babies that stay in touch with me and their mama ain't even in touch no more. When kids have a respect for you, they're not going to disrespect you. And I said that to say these teachers and these staff members need to be brought accountable for some of the shit that they're doing over there. Nobody really paid attention to the fact that the kids also were underneath that particular status, stating how the teacher disrespected the boy beforehand. Now, the little boy wasn't supposed to be in the class. He had went in the class and he was sitting in the class and the teacher told him to get out. And I'm going to be real with you. Kids fight back. Kids are naturally rebellious. You tell them to do one thing, they going to do the opposite. Y'all know that. We've all been kids before. Y'all want to sit up here and act like we just had perfect childhoods. And a lot of us was bad as hell. Our mama stayed at the school in the office. Excuse me. But it got worse when he told this young man that he would F his mama. Now, I don't know about y'all, but I don't know people who are adults or people who are in authority around children that would find it okay to talk to them like that. So at the end of the day, like I said, y'all need to stop blaming these children. And that's why they don't talk to us and tell us what's going on. So many children have came out and want to be heard since they seen that video with Marlo the other day. So many children are coming out and stepping forward because they want, not only do they want justice for Tanaya, but they want to change, y'all. We got to start listening to our kids. We are so selfish and so focused on ourselves. We don't realize that we've already handed the baton off to the next generation. I think they call them Generation Z. I don't know. And that's crazy to me that they would call these babies that, because Z is the end. Am I not right? Z ends the alphabet. Am I not right? Right. But I just feel like we should be taking more cautious with these children because they're showing a strength and a courage that a lot of us before them didn't have. And I'm gonna stop it right there. I got a lot of information that's coming up. I had no idea that particular show would open up a can of worms, but like I said, if it's provoking conversation and making people come forward and want to talk about the problems, about negative ish, and stop, if it's making people want to pull up the rug and sweep underneath it, then I'm doing what I'm supposed to do, and I'm happy with that. Anyway, let's move along. I did not give y'all ghetto weather report. Let me see what's going. Let me see what has. Hey Siri, see if this bitch gonna answer me. Y'all remember last time Siri was acting real stank. She still don't want to answer me. So anyway, I know one thing. I went from turning my air conditioner off to turning on my heat. I had the air conditioner on yesterday because it was hot here on this side of Texas. So it's real. This weather, I don't know what I'm gonna do, y'all. It's 34 degrees right now. It's 34 degrees right now. But we looking at a very, very sunshiny weekend. It's gonna be 58 degrees. Texas feel good around 58, 60 degrees. 58 degrees on Saturday. The lowest we're gonna see is 37 degrees on Sunday, 67 degrees in the daytime. Then later on at night, we're gonna get down to like 49 degrees. So, it's looking cute. It looks like it's gonna be a cute weekend. Y'all still, keep your coats on board. Anyway, let's get off into some of these celebrities, y'all. I hate I even got to talk about this now. As y'all know, or maybe y'all don't know, yesterday they read Juicy Smelly Liar for filth. He got his sentencing on yesterday. He was sentenced to 150 days in the county jail and 30 months probation, which me personally, I feel like it's fair. But this young man said he is going to ride his innocence till the wheels fall off. And Jesse just gave these folks a Grammy nomination, an Oscar nominated performance on yesterday. Let's check it out, y'all.
Any questions?
No, I would just like to say to Your Honor that I'm not suicidal. That's what I would like to say.
Okay.
I'm not suicidal.
Okay.
I am not suicidal. I am innocent, and I am not suicidal. If I did this, then it means that I stuck my fist in the fears of Black Americans in this country for over 400 years and the fears of the LGBTQ community. Your Honor, I respect you and I respect the jury, but I did not do this. And I am not suicidal. And if anything happens to me when I go in there, I did not do it to myself. And you must all know that.
Y'all need to know this.
I respect you, Your Honor. I respect your decision. Jail time. I am not suicidal.
Okay.
He is not suicidal, y'all.
Are there any post-sentencing motions you care to present?
Juicy, smelly, liar.
The defense
is
would wish
innocent.
to present a motion to reconsider sentence.
We did not do that.
Standard.
It is timely filed.
Thank you, Judge.
And let me say, I obviously consider the sentence a great
Look at that woman.
and it's timely filed, so it's preserved for purposes of appeal. Motion to reconsider sentence is respectfully denied. And is there another? One second. Anything else? Just a second. Is there going to be a notice of appeal filed?
Yes, Judge. We filed a notice of appeal. We're going to be emailing to the clerk right now, to the office.
You doing it in standard? And
In standard.
are you going to be handling the appeal?
Judge, as of now, yes.
Well,
I would not be trying to
Yes,
appeal.
Judge. Yes.
I truthfully think that the punishment they're giving this young man is fair enough for him to go on, do his time, and go on by his business. He needs to be happy that they're not going to ship his ass to prison.
150 days in the county jail, restitution, fines. Oh, and also statutory DNA and cost order as well. That's statutory. So you have to fill out the probation specifications. Now I'm going to get somebody to help you do that. We need to get that done in standards.
I just want y'all to see this Oscar-nominated performance this young man did.
In light of the in-stancher filing of the notice of appeal.
They said they gonna fight for him.
Jail sentence in light of the notice of filing for appeal.
That would be respectfully denied.
Your Honor.
Yes, ma'am.
If it can be stayed in light of our notice of appeal.
No, I'm not staying. No. The wheels of justice turn slowly, and sometimes the hammer of justice has to fall, and it's falling right here, right now. I'm not staying this. This happens right here, right now.
Okay.
Shot.
I know you said this
Juicy said y'all got him fucked up. Y'all got Juicy fucked up.
All right. Any other matters to come before the court today? All right. Defendants remanded for custody sheriff. Court is adjourned.
I am not suicidal.
He is not suicidal, y'all.
I am not suicidal.
He is not suicidal, y'all.
I could have said that I was guilty a long time ago.
He could have. I don't know why he didn't. He should have. Anyway, y'all, Juicy Smollett is now in the county jail. As y'all heard, he gonna try to appeal that shit, which I feel like there is no purpose in it. And not just that. Not only does Juicy have himself convinced, but he has his sisters. No, he has a sister and a brother. His oldest sister and brother fooled. He got more time than Kyle Rittenhouse. Let that marinate in your system. I feel you, brother. I really do. But at the same time, I feel like, my nigga, just come out and tell these people that you fake that shit. Just be honest. Stop lying. You gonna ride that lie till the wheels fall off. If anything, come out and tell them, look, I may have gone too far. I may have been over dramatic, but I just wanted to wake everybody up to see that this is what us brown people of the LGBTQ community go through. He could have said that. He could have been like, I did this because I wanted to bring some attention. And then somewhat I feel people being a little softer, but I really do feel like that was more than fair. I really do. I feel like that was more than fair. Bro, just go do your time. This nigga said, fuck that. I'm finna leave out. This is my resume. So when I get out, maybe somebody will give me an acting job. Because when I tell y'all that nigga acted the fuck, I did not kill myself. I am not suicidal. I am not suicidal. Juicy said he wants y'all to know that if anything happened to him while he doing his 150 days in the county jail, he didn't do nothing to himself. Now, I'm going to be real with y'all. I do personally believe that there is something bigger behind this. Y'all remember when we first started talking about this and I first covered this, I told y'all, you know, ain't it funny that Kamara and everybody else, matter of fact, Kamara Harris she been quiet here lately. I ain't heard nothing from Kamara. But everybody that was in that political field that was backing him at first when this story first broke, didn't you see how they shied away? So I feel like he ain't the only one that should be going down for this particular situation, which is always like that. It was like that when I was covering the R. Kelly case. There are other people who help enable situations like this. And yes, I totally feel like they need to be punished as well. I think we should be fair about shit like this when people break the law. And Juicy, he needs to just go ahead and tell these people, hey, I wasn't by myself. I'm going to tell y'all why I did this. Like I said, like give us a backstory so somebody can feel some type of empathy for you. Because right now we just looking at you like, nigga, you liar. You're a liar. Me personally. But y'all keep Juicy Smollett, liar, Y'all keep him in your prayers, cause you going to jail now. You're going to jail now. Speaking of jail time, in some situations I feel like should be looked into, and there should be some punishment and reparations. The girl that accused Chris Brown of rape, Chris Brown said, "Bitch, you got me effed up," and he done came out with some receipts, ladies and gentlemen. He got text messages as well as a voicemail of this young lady telling him how good that D was. It was the best D of her life. Let me be verbatim. It was the best D of her life. Not only was this the best D of her life, she kept on texting him like a puppy dog. Y'all know how she and this is something that be happening with you girls all the time. I know I'm all about the jokes, but please believe I'm serious when I say this. Ladies, if you want to stop feeling thrown away, and this is with any man, not just some superstar celebrity, if you want to stop feeling thrown away by a man, before you give him your goodies, you need to basically, it really need to dawn on you in your head that this is all this is. I'm just giving away some of my stuff. Y'all need to realize that. And if you feel like that and know that in the beginning, sis, you'll get your money right. Y'all be out here mismanaging your vaginas, and then you get mad at these men because now you feel used and abused because he done ghosted you. And that's what this situation was. Sis came, she got flued out, and Chris Brown gave her the best D of her life. I ain't said it, she said it. Chris Brown gave her the best D of her life, and he ghosted her ass. He probably blocked her as soon as he put her in the Uber. She got mad. This bitch done, see what, they don't give y'all all the details. This bitch done moved all the way to Los Angeles, y'all, to be closer to Chris Brown. That's what's wrong with her. She out there, she done got broke. She 2 days away from having to go down the skid row and hit that blade, and she needs some money. Now, as I was saying in the beginning, this may prove that this case is over with, and they may throw it out of court. Her lawyer said, "Girl, you play too much. We ain't got time for this." They done dipped out on her. And it's looking like this case is gonna be thrown out of court because, sis, what it is, sis, you felt used and abused after that boy got some of your goodies and ran the fuck off. You feeling some type of way. So let's be clear. That's what this situation consists of. I knew it from the jump. Y'all need to leave Chris Brown alone. Y'all really need to leave that young man alone. Sick of y'all. Y'all need to stop thinking that these men are going to fall in love with you. And this is not to down you or make you feel any kind of way. But y'all stop giving up y'all coochie and then being mad when these dudes ghost you and stuff. Stop mismanaging your stuff. That's all it is. Sis, you can't get no money after you give it to him. He done got what he want. Even hookers know this. They be wanting their money off top. Shit. Y'all, if y'all need a pimp, holler at me. I got you. Well, not a pimp. More like a like a manager. A management. A content manager. Anyway. Let me move on. But for real though, like y'all need to, I feel like whenever they find out that these women are lying, they need to go in on their ass. If I was Chris Brown, I would counter sue that hoe. Even though she may not have anything to give, I would counter sue her. Speaking of lawsuits and things of that nature, I done missed a Friday, so I didn't get to cover this story last Friday when shit was going down. Anyway, y'all know Kayla Nicole. If you don't know Kayla Nicole, she is a YouTuber. The kids love her. Kayla Nicole's been YouTubing for a very, very long time. Matter of fact, I think it was on, it might have been on Lifetime or either Oprah station, but might have been MTV. I don't remember exactly, but she did a docu-series. She's actually got her own show now with her mama and her now boyfriend and stuff. But anyway, Kayla ended up getting in the mix with Polo the Don. Y'all know who Polo the Don is. He got a resume behind him. she was around about, that girl was real young around about that time. I don't know exactly how old she is. Don't give me the line, but she was definitely a little baby. But he got in contact with her, heard a little buzz about her. She had this little song, y'all know. Matter of fact, for those of you who don't know who Kayla Nicole is, y'all heard that song, "Move Like a Snake," move like a snake. She even got Missy Elliott, on top of it. And not just that, there was the little girl that was making that video. She always come up with some funny videos and parodies and stuff. She the little girl that was showing y'all how to make a ponytail, and she had the ponytail sticking straight up in the air. Because a lot of people act like they don't know who Kayla Nicole is, but I bet you these youngsters know who I'm talking about. Anyway, Kayla Nicole said that Polo the Don took advantage of her, basically. Not just that, he got her drunk and took advantage of her around about the time that he was trying to get her to sign to him, which is, let me see. Where is it at? Zone 4. And they've been listed as a defendant in this particular situation. But he was trying to convince her to sign the contract, and finally he ended up getting her to sign the contract. She negotiated with him. At first he was trying to get 50-50, which means he wanted, and my thing is like, bro, she was already on YouTube and had the viewers and stuff already. She already had the clout, and you step in and you want 50%. She said herself that she thought it was weird that he would want 50%. And she told him, nah, I ain't going out like that, bro. What I'll do is I'll give you 15%. And although that is the regular, that's the going price that you pay a manager or something like that, I still feel like she still cheated her. He shouldn't even got that. But she said that he seduced her into signing the contract. He took her to the studio. He was pressuring her. He kept on saying, hey, go ahead and sign it. She telling him, can't I wait for my lawyers and them? I want my manager and my lawyers. I want them to see me, go over everything and make sure that I'm not just signing my life away, which is what she did. She was very young. But she said that he got her drunk and he kept pressing the issue till she finally made the issue. The agreement, they walked away from the agreement with him getting the 15% of her YouTube money, and whatever else. Now y'all know Kayla done got a little, I guess you could say a little famous. She got a little buzz about herself. But she said that basically he was messing with her. They had an ongoing relationship, which there's video footage of them together, holding hands, kissing and stuff. She said once that the relationship went down south, he started acting like he don't give a damn about her in her, in her career. So, basically he ain't even put no effort into her is what she's saying. And so she is suing him for breach of contract. Now, there's been a lot of speculation and conversation. They even came for Kayla. But y'all know how I do. I was scrolling around and doing, I was basically all in this man business. And I came across an article, which is time stamped March the 20th, 2019. This ain't the first time that somebody has been on some I'm finna sue your ass. There's this young man, his name is Kane Brown. I'm not familiar with him, maybe the kids are. But he accused Polo the Don of handing a fraudulent deal to him, basically. So he's basically suing him for the same thing, breach of contract. So this ain't the first time that this done happened to Polo the Don. I don't know a whole bunch about Polo the Don. There are a lot of people who were talking about this, and they were talking about Kayla, and that's why, you can't be out here being young and fast and stuff. Like I said, y'all be forgetting that we was teenagers and we used to sneak around and do stuff and act like we was grown before we got grown. But they was all saying she shouldn't have been out here messing with no man that old. Mind you, around about this time, Polo the Don was 40 and she was just 18. And this wasn't but a few years ago, y'all. Keep that in mind as well. But yeah, she said really she not trying to, she don't want a whole bunch of smoke. She just want him to pay the lawyer fees as well as just throw that contract out the window and go you go your way, I'm gonna go my way. But on the cool, she got a case. A lot of the times and this is where I'm going with this. This is why I came right behind Chris Brown situation with this is y'all females need to get it together and basically, you know, I know it's hard because we're emotional human beings, but y'all need to stop going into business situations with your poo nanny. You can't go in there with your poo nanny, sis. You got to go in there with your head. You feel me? Stop trying to come up off of these men or thinking you coming up because you dealing with a man. Ain't nothing wrong with getting y'all on. Y'all heard Kim K what she said the other day. Get up off your ass and work. Even though she's a princess, she's the fresh princess of Bel-Air, and basically the only reason she in a position that she in is because her daddy handled OJ's case. But I'm gonna get to Kim Kardashian in a minute. Let's go on to some more things. Let's talk about Ryan. What's this man's name? Ryan Coogler. Ryan Coogler. Ryan decided that, you know, he gonna go to the bank. Mind you, he got two niggas out in the car waiting on him to come out of there. Ryan goes inside the bank. He's looking like this. He hands the bank teller this letter, and on this letter, he's basically stating, "Hey, ma'am, I'm going to withdraw $12,000. Could you count it out of sight and come back and get it to me like that right there? And, you know, I can go on about my day." Mind you, he got on this mask, and not just that. You know, I mean, I wasn't even familiar with, he cute. Hey. Yeah. Y'all know, if y'all don't know who I'm talking about, this young man is the producer. He's the reason behind Black Panther. He's the young producer that did Black Panther. But I mean, from here to here, ain't nobody gets gone off the top. No, oh my God, this is Ryan Coogler or whatever. Now the bank teller is a black woman. She pregnant with a baby. She, you know, she found that this was some strange shit, which I don't blame her, y'all. Y'all gotta understand, like, I know when you put your money in these banks, you be feeling like I should be able to go up there and get it whenever I want to, but there is a protocol and a process when you doing banking. They don't have all that money on hand right then. Y'all money is what keeps the banks running. That's why they be wanting you to come put your money in there. When people go and get them house loans, them car loans, any stuff like that, you got, you know, everybody that's in that community, basically, they're supporting you and you're borrowing their money, if that makes sense to any of y'all. These banks don't just have that money sitting up in there. Otherwise, why would we have Loomis trucks? Come on now, y'all. Y'all got to think. Anyway, because a lot of people was mad and they was talking bad about the woman, but she did what the fuck she was supposed to do. She did what they trained her to do. Now, what's the procedure when you got a gun to your head? I'm sorry, y'all. I felt a little set it offish there. Because y'all remember Frankie, what happened when Frankie got robbed. But back to what I'm saying. She was just following protocol. You can't really get, you know what I'm saying? It is a little strange. A nigga come in the bank and basically hand you a note. He don't say nothing to you. He could have at least whispered to her, "What's up, ma'am? I just don't want it to be a whole bunch of trouble, or I don't want nobody to know who I am. I don't know. I want them to know how much money I'm getting." You know, he could have leaned in and talked to her. I do understand that he got his whole C-19 protection thing going on, but it is a little strange that you come in looking like this. You looking like a whole bomb, even though this man is sexy. I ain't never looked at this man. That's a nice little morsel of chocolate. Lord have mercy, got me hot. But anyway, you come in there, lean in and give me a note without saying anything. I'm gonna think it's strange too. And if I'm pregnant with my baby, big and pregnant with my baby, I'm gonna be precautious too. Anyway, the lady ran it back. She went and called the police. Hey, this nigga trying to rob the bank. The police show up. Not only do they arrest him, but there are two niggas outside in the car. Remember, I told y'all he got two people out there accompanying him in the car. And like I said, y'all is mad at that lady, but at the same time, y'all gotta understand this protocol. Like, we got a lot of things going on right now, y'all. We're Russia over there showing their ass. You know, it's a whole bunch of stuff going on in money, currency. There's a lot of stuff going on with the finances in America. So everybody's up in a frenzy. Everybody's trying to be careful. There are a lot of people who are out here and this whole situation that's going on is enabling them to scam people and do fraudulent shit. There are people who are basically taking rich people, victims, sending them in the banks to get the money, and then hurting people. So people are cautious right now. They're being careful about every move that they make. Y'all got to understand this. I do understand that, yeah, it was a little messed up, but y'all, we can't make everything a racial thing. I'm getting tired of that. I'm almost feeling like the white people now. Y'all always pulling the race card. We can't pull the race card because it was black cops that showed up to arrest him, and not just that, it was a black banker in there. So y'all stop pulling up the race card. That woman just following protocol and procedure to make sure that she and her co-workers, and not just that, she pregnant. Her baby get home that day. That's it. And not just that, she was doing it for his safety as well. What if somebody was out there, sent him in there to get the money and kidnapping him? And y'all got to think. Y'all got to use your heads before y'all speak. Y'all do a lot of speaking before you use your heads. Anyway, the situation has been ironed out. That man is a free man. And although he is upset, he was upset about it. He said that basically the bank did everything they could in their power to, basically pull everything together, and they cool now. It's not even something that we need to talk about any longer. Now let's talk about, speaking of war in Russia, let's talk about Brittany Griner. Brittany Griner basically I think she was detained like a month ago. Russian authorities, last month, they arrested her because they found cannabis oil. They found a vape pen with cannabis oil in her luggage, and they accused her of smuggling significant amounts of narcotic substance. Y'all, this is scary, and I really feel like that the United States is not taking it as seriously as it needs to be taken, for the simple fact they don't have any type of way of America has no tab on her. Russia is not giving them a tab on her. The only people that are able to be in touch with her is her family, and that is through her Russian lawyer. This is scary. This is scary. But however, I'm gonna say this, y'all. Y'all, when y'all go out of state, out of the United States, y'all need to make sure that y'all get a rundown of the laws in some of these countries, because she could get 10 years in prison over there for just a little vape pen. For real, for real. A lot of people are speculating and wondering, well, did they know that she was famous? Yeah, they know who the hell she is. She been over there for years playing basketball for them. They know exactly who they have. And it, like I said, it's scary, because at this point you gotta wonder, are they gonna try to take her for hostage, to get some help from us? Because America said we not fucking with it, y'all on y'all own, and Russia is like, oh yeah. All I'm gonna say is, if it come down to that, y'all already know the United States is not gonna save this woman. First of all, she's black, and as well, she is LGBTQ. Which is also scary, because in Russia they not about that life. They think that's nasty, and not just that, even that is breaking the law. So y'all, prayers up for Brittany Griner, and to those of you who are going to be, traveling and going to these different countries and stuff, y'all need to start schooling yourself on their laws, because you just don't know what's waiting there for you when you get there. And even if you just got a little bag of weed or whatever, like, stuff ain't like it is in America. Y'all really don't. I understand that we have injustices and we have all our own problems over here in America, but at the same time, y'all, we really some spoiled ass brats over here in America. We really are. Our lives are a lot more comfortable than these people over there. They really have to tiptoe around a lot of the things. We got our freedom of speech. We can say whatever the fuck we want to say. Y'all see how I did that? I'm able to say that because this is my shit and I have freedom of speech. We have that over here. We can live our lives out loud. It's just when you go to these other countries, all I'm gonna say is you need to school yourself on their laws and their rules. Prayers up for Brittany Griner. I do hope that she gets released, but right now it's just not looking good for sis. Which brings me to Smokey Robinson. Now there was it wasn't an interview, but somebody did like a poem or something during Black History Month. And Smokey Robinson, basically the conversation came up, and basically he said that he don't want to be referred to as no African American or no Black American. He'd rather just be referred to as an American. Now, we've been having this argument for a long time. And I have evolved from the beginning of my third eye journey, as well as my Black Power journey. I've definitely grown and matured, and I understand where people coming from when they say this. Y'all remember when Raven Simone said, "I'm not Black, I'm American." Everybody got up in arms and mad at the girl, but I feel them. We have fought. And we have done so many big protests and spoken. We done had this fight about civil rights. And so I feel like at this point, yes, we should just be able to check a box that says American. We done fought for that motherfucking title. We are not African. I feel y'all where y'all coming from when y'all want that African. I don't even like filling in them box like that. I normally click other or prefer not to say. Because I feel like this too. You don't see no box that asks if white people are European American. Have y'all ever seen that? If any, I'll give you $100 right now if you can show me on any job application or any application for that matter where there is a box that says European American. And let's be clear, you're not going to be able to come back and tell me, Kiddy, here go one right here, unless you go and type it up real quick. And I know for a fact, that's the only reason I told you I'd give you $100 if you find it. I know for a fact that you won't find anything that states that. What makes white people not have to be exempt from describing what type of American they are? I ain't never seen a Caucasian American. I ain't never seen European American. So why in the fuck do I have to have a Black or African in front of my American? See, a lot of y'all be like, y'all Black people need to let that go. That was 400 years ago. And y'all have no idea. No, the hell it's not. No, the hell it's not. It's still going on. Because if it wasn't going on, we wouldn't be celebrating events like the first Black woman to be able to go off into space. We wouldn't be celebrating the first Black woman going into I don't forgot what type of political position that woman got, but she's the first Black woman to do that. I think she's a secretary or something, treasurer or something. But we wouldn't be having that conversation if things were different, y'all. So yeah, we finna sit up here and complain. Fuck what you Y'all always trying to tell us how we should be feeling and shit like that. For example, there was a video of this white man telling this Black man there's a difference between blacks and niggers. He said the ER word, and the Black man slapped him. I'm talking about slapped him all the way down to the ground. And people were coming on the comment in the comment section talking about, yeah, he shouldn't have done that to no elderly. Do y'all know how long the elderly white people have been getting away with their racial slurs and talking down to us? And no, baby, it's a different ball game. It is not 1940 something. It's a different ball game. That's why I said this generation here, they make me proud because they don't take their shit. They don't take no shit. They don't give a damn. You're not finna disrespect him. But this man slapped this white man all the way to the ground. And what he did was he open palmed him. Now he had enough respect to open palm him because he was a pretty big Black man. And if he had to punch that man, he probably would have hurt him. He was smart enough to slap him down. But like I said, there were people underneath there talking about it's just a word. No, it's just a word to you because you ain't never been called one. I'll never forget it because it was the day that my grandma died last year. I was nervous and my nerves was bad and I needed me a cigarette. And I went across the street to the store. I'm on the phone with my mama. And the white boy behind the counter had an attitude. I don't know what his problem was, but this nigga threw me my cigarettes. He chunked them at me. in the middle of me talking to my mama. He chunked my fucking cigarettes on the counter. And I turned around and I looked at him and I started going the fuck off. And my mama was like, what's wrong? What's going on? And y'all, when I said it loud and proud. I said, this nigga just threw my cigarettes at me. And baby, when I tell you that white boy face turned red, I know it offended him. I know it offended him. A lot of y'all need to start treating them like that. Start calling them niggers. I bet you will get a change. I bet you they'll have a change of heart. No, it's not just a word. There's meaning behind that word. They say that we empower that word, but no. There's meaning behind that word. That word was here long before we was here. We just took it and put a twist to it, took the ER off of it and made it authentically ours. And that's why we feel some type of way when y'all say it. Anyway, I'm with you, Smokey Robinson, all the way. First of all, you're a legend. And you're due that respect. And not just that. I agree with you. We done fought long and hard enough for us to just be referred to as Americans and not African Americans. So I'm with you. I ain't black. I'm American. Period. My ancestors may have came over here from Africa. But at the end of the day, they fought for us to, they fought and they built this land. So we have the right to just be referred to as an American instead of an African or a black American. Period. Anyway, let's get on to this last story. I'm finna get up out of here. Delicious and Raymond Santana. I wanted to talk about this last week, but of course y'all know I missed last week. They about to get them a divorce. Delicious claims that this man is a narcissist as well as a liar, a cheater, and she is ready for it to be over. First of all, we all told both of y'all got married too quick. Y'all had only been dating for 6 months. I understand that you shouldn't have to put a time on it, but Delicious, granted what this man went through. If y'all don't know who Raymond Santana is, he is one of the little boys. Y'all remember that movie When They See Us? He was one of the little boys in New York that got accused, not just accused, but prosecuted for R-ing this white woman at a park, and they weren't even the ones that did it. And with them being so young, they basically gave us a visual as to what a black man goes through in America when it comes down to crime and a white woman's tears. I guess maybe she felt some type of way, and me personally, I think this is another situation of a woman feeling like being with a particular man will up her status in society or whatever. But I think that this girl got with him because he was hot at that time. Mind you, they got together around about that time when his film was really popping out here. And now she's saying he's a liar and a cheater. And sis, that man went to prison at like 14 years old and didn't get out until he was a grown ass man. What do you expect? Yes, he's a narcissist. Most any man that goes to the penitentiary at a young age and gets out, he's a narcissist. He done had enough time and enough years to sit back and think about how much game he gonna pull on the next female that he runs across. The next female or anybody else. Not just that, their whole lives, day in, day out, are about being con artists inside them walls. It's a completely different life than what we live out here on earth. So I would have been considering what type of mental capacity this man was at before I went off and just married him like that. I understand that you thought you had came up. He ain't got no money, sis. Maybe she thought he had some money. He ain't got no money, sis. Was I the only one that thought that their marriage was a little weird? Like, you could tell in like the TikToks. Y'all know she like to do the TikTok showing off her body and stuff. But when they was doing the TikToks and stuff, I used to think like that they're an odd couple. Like, how did that even come about? But Candy Barus, y'all know her ass. Did I do it right? I probably didn't even do it right. But she came in the middle of that. She the reason for that situation. She got a hand in it. You know, she was so proud when they was getting married. I had something to do with this. Anyway, I understand, Delicious. You want people to forget that you was just that girl that was on Flavor of Love, running around chasing Flavor Flav, black country, black crunchy ass. But that was so colorist, wasn't it? My bad. Another thing I wanted to get at is that, like, I'm trying to figure out what you got going on, Delicious. You do not look the same to me. You claim that you ain't having no surgeries, but am I the only one that feels like she done went a little bit too far under that knife? Look at her waist. Ain't no way she able to tote all of that extra shit comfortably with that waist like that. Like, girl, stop losing your waist. That's just too much. What be wrong with y'all? Y'all really be wanna. I'm sorry. It's just not. It's not fashionable for me. But that's just me. Anyway, I'm sorry, y'all. I've been talking so long. I needed a sip. I love y'all. I want you to love yourself, but I'm finna get up out of here. It's a Friday, Fly Girl Friday at that. Y'all make sure it look like it's gonna be a little cloudy today. But y'all make sure y'all got your umbrellas and stuff like that. I'm going to keep y'all locked in with everything that's going on. I do have more to talk about when it comes to DeSoto ISD, but I'm going to save that for another time. I definitely want to protect these people that are a part of this particular situation at hand. So y'all stay tuned to Kiddy Pink Radio. I want y'all to have a beautiful day. Y'all make sure y'all get out the house and get some gas prices. I forgot. My bad, y'all. My bad. Yeah, gas prices got us all going in the house like it's a pandemic still. But anyway, y'all take care of yourself out there. I love you. I will see you Tuesday. Make sure that you catch me on the Wild Out Radio every Monday at 7 a.m. Shout out to Spaceship Oasis as well as DJ Lady J Rock. They both just had birthdays that passed. Happy birthday to both of you. Shout out to Christy Johnson. She as well had a birthday that just passed. And it's a couple of more, y'all. All I'm going to say is happy birthday, Pisces. Y'all make sure you go and you subscribe to my YouTube channel. If you're on Twitch, make sure you subscribe to that as well. If you are on Bigo Live, I'm also on Bigo Live. You can go follow me at Cute Ass Kitty. I be on there sometimes. And y'all make sure if you want a coffee mug, you put in your orders. You can inbox me so you can order that. I think that's pretty much it. Y'all have a safe weekend. I might pop in with a mix. Somebody asked me for a mix the other day. I might just pop in and give y'all a mix. You know what I'm saying? We'll see about that. I love y'all. I want you to love yourself. This has been another epic episode of Coffee with Kitty. Yeah, I done had a little bit too much coffee. I'm gonna holler at y'all later.